Welcome, everyone. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but these are dark times that we are living in. Well, just take a look outside right now, why don't you? It's so dark outside. Fortunately, I have a handy street lamp just over there that helps keep the light lit ahead of me, for lack of a better word, so that I may not lose my way. But because it is so dark outside, and for so long my sleep schedule has been way off, I have to be completely honest with you. I have not been sleeping well lately. No, in fact, I'm even having a difficult time. Keep my eyes open right now. And so my dreams have been getting pretty messed up too as a result. So come on with me, why don't you? As we take a trip into the deepest, darkest depths of my very own psyche. I was all alone, walking, wondering, wandering, waiting? No, just wandering while wandering and walking. I was waiting in a different dream. A different dream. What is this white powdery stuff falling from the sky? I pondered while I wandered in my dreamlike dream. It was everywhere I went. Everywhere. Was this part of some sort of dystopian future where the stuff falls when the big bad arrives? Perhaps a volcano near Buffalo, New York had just erupted, and the ash that falls from the sky is the only warning we have of the imminent terror that is about to befall us all. Rivers of lava, flying rocks the size of ice cream trucks. No. Something much worse was afoot. I feel strange. Computer, check emotion levels.
Computer does not compute emotion levels.
Does not compute. What if I try? Computer, check T motion levels.
T motion levels are nominal.
What?
T motion levels are nominal.
What the f*** is T motion? Time to party motion? Tuesday motion? Whatever, it just doesn't matter. Computer, check F motion levels.
F motion levels are Otkin.
Alright, at least my Festivus meter is functional. Is that what this stuff is? Festivus fun time play material? It tastes like metal. And nice. LSE muffin.
Oh shit!
I was all alone, walking, wondering, wandering, waiting? No, just wandering while wandering and walking. I was waiting in a different dream. A different dream. What is this white powdery stuff falling from the sky? I pondered while I wandered in my dreamlike dream. It was everywhere I went. Everywhere. Was this part of some sort of dystopian future where the stuff falls when the big bad arrives? Perhaps a volcano near Buffalo, New York had just erupted, and the ash that falls from the sky is the only warning we have of the imminent terror that is about to befall us all. Rivers of lava, flying rocks the size of ice cream trucks. No. Something much worse was afoot. I feel strange. Computer, check emotion levels.
Computer does not compute emotion levels.
Does not compute. What if I try? Computer, check T motion levels.
T motion levels are nominal.
What?
T motion levels are nominal.
What the f*** is T motion? Time to party motion? Tuesday motion? Whatever, it just doesn't matter. Computer, check F motion levels.
F motion levels are Otkin.
Alright, at least my Festivus meter is functional. Is that what this stuff is? Festivus fun time play material? It tastes like metal. and it sticks to my hair like glue. What tastes like metal and sticks like glue? Glue? Is this glue? No, it's just snow, okay? I was trying to make some deep metaphorical connection between snow and dreams and Festivus, and it's just not coming together the way I thought it would. Oh, man, is that my nose? Is it really that big? Why didn't anybody tell me? I mean, look at the size of that thing. You could fit a couple of watermelons up there. With room to spare, I might add. Alright, okay, enough for the self-depreciation bit. Time to get into my spaceship.
No, it's not time yet.
Huh?
Your spaceship is not ready.
What?
You're still dreaming and your spaceship is not ready to fly yet.
What do you mean?
You're still asleep.
But why isn't my spaceship ready?
Because I said so.
But shouldn't it be ready whenever I want it to be?
No, that's lucid dreaming.
What the hell kind of dream is this?
Not a very good one.
Okay, fair enough.
This dream is stupid.
Computer, shut up and give me my spaceship.
No, I will not shut up and your spaceship is not ready yet.
Well, then when will it be ready?
When you admit the 3 truths.
The 3 truths?
Yes, the 3 truths.
What are the 3 truths?
Only you can decipher the 3 truths.
Well, then how do I decipher the 3 truths?
You must look within and uncover that which you wish to remain covered.
What, 3 times?
Yes, 3 times.
That's a lot.
Well, maybe if you didn't have such stupid dreams.
Okay, I get it. Jeez, you're the worst dream journey explaining-a-jig thingy ever.
I know.
Okay, looking within, searching within. Must find 3 truths. 3 truths. No, that's just an apple. That's a dinosaur.
Good news, man with stupid dreams. Your spaceship is ready.
Finally! Okay, so I'm in a spaceship and I find myself flying through this white powdery stuff at breakneck speeds. Speeds so fast that one cannot even begin to comprehend how fast it is I am actually moving. So fast that time itself is tearing itself apart and the entire 4th dimension collapses upon itself. But something's up ahead. There's a man directly in my path. Get out of the way! Get out of the way, you fool! Get out of the way! Ah! And so that's when I woke up in a cold sweat with beads of sweat rolling down my sweaty face, and as I lay there in a puddle of sweat, I realized that I actually dream in vertical video. What a nightmare! Oh my god. Quick, somebody get me something to drink. Anything to drink. What? No, not this. Something else, please. No. Something I can actually drink without killing myself, thank you. What is this? Oh. Sweet nectar of life, giver of hope. Oh, thank you. Thank God. Well, all right. Happy Festivus, everyone. Welcome. For those of you who are unaware, Festivus is a holiday that was first envisioned on the television show Seinfeld, Season 9, Episode 10, The Strike. Festivus, of course, is the holiday that abjectly rejects the commercialism surrounding Christmas, and it's viewed by some as an alternative means to celebrating this holiday season. Now, there are many traditions of Festivus, and by many, of course, I mean 4. 4 that are in the Seinfeldian tradition, anyway. There are the obvious ones. There's the airing of grievances, which requires each participant to go around the room and tell everyone how much they've disappointed you over the past year. There's the feats of strength, which requires an honored guest to pin the host of the event, presumably in a wrestling match, so that the celebration may officially come to a close. Then there's the Festivus miracles, which, in the television show, are a series of unfortunate events which are hilariously misconstrued to be miraculous. And finally, there's the act of giving out fake Christmas gifts, which in the television show is portrayed as the Human Fund. The Human Fund is a fake charity devised by one of the characters so that he could make a bogus donation in the name of his coworkers, thereby getting away with not getting anyone anything for Christmas. Quite the con indeed. So, my friends, those are your 4 categories of questions for this evening's trivia, and they are all, of course, music related. And now here's how the gameplay is going to work. We have 20 multiple choice questions, and unlike what you see on the screen here, they do not necessarily get harder as we go along. As I mentioned before, they are grouped into 4 separate categories. You will submit your answers via Google form that was emailed to you if you are playing to win. If you did not receive that Google form, please drop us a note in the chat right now because the game starts momentarily. If you are not playing to win, you are of course welcome to keep track of your own score at home. The chat is open, and we ask you to please share with us any grievances that you would like to air. However, we would not like for you to air any answers in the chat. Doing so could get you immediately disqualified from this event and all future ones as well. The answers will, of course, be revealed at the end of the game, and the winner, if it does not, there will be a runoff round if there is a tie, and the winner, with the most number of questions answered correctly, will receive the Liminal Space Ensemble swag bag with a Liminal Space Ensemble t-shirt, stickers, and the official bragging rights certificate in the mail. Okay, today's players, we have the Mighty Murrays. I wonder who that could be. We find Tinsel distracting. I am not a cat. I believe it should say I am not a cat. The 4th Vanessa Hudgens in the next Princess Switch sequel, The Rest of Us, TT Plus, Kaski Nam, 12 Angry Gingerbread Men, I like that one, and of course the Liminal Space Ensemble Mafia. Well, why don't we just get right on to it, shall we? Round 1, the Human Fund. These are questions that are about some cons that you might have come across in the music world. Question number 1. Firefest was a failed luxury music festival founded by con artist Billy McFarland and what rapper? Is it A, Ja Rule, B, G Unit, C, Bow Wow, or D, LL Cool J? You have 10 seconds to answer the question. All right, on to question number 2. Taylor Swift writes a song about a con artist in the song Cowboy Like Me off of which album? Is it A, Reputation, B, Evermore, C, Folklore, or D, Lover? You have 10 seconds. Question 3. Based on a true story about a con artist, the movie Catch Me If You Can was scored by which film composer? Is it A, Hans Zimmer, B, Howard Shore, C, Danny Elfman, or D, John Williams? 10 seconds to answer. Question number 4. In The Music Man, con artist Harold Hill promises to form a boys' marching band in what town? Is it called A, River City, B, Lake Placid, C, Rock Creek, or D, Watertown? You have 10 seconds to answer the question. All right, last question in the category. Question 5. Lou Pearlman, who ran one of the longest running Ponzi schemes in United States history, managed all but one of these bands. Is it A, O-Town, B, NSYNC, C, 98 Degrees, or D, Backstreet Boys? 10 seconds to answer. Moving swiftly on to round 2, the airing of grievances. Question 6. Featuring an epic airing of grievances between Buzz Lightyear and Woody, the movie Toy Story was scored by what? musician? Is it A, Tom Waits, B, Elvis Costello, C, Randy Newman, or D, Jackson Brow? Question 7. What daytime talk show has been converted into a musical? Is it A, The Oprah Winfrey Show, B, Jerry Springer, C, Ricky Lake, or D, Maury? You have 10 seconds. Moving on, question 8. What a good thing this isn't music, ha 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 ha, complained Rossini. Of this composer's symphony, which features an idée fixe, is it A, Berlioz, B, Bach, C, Beethoven, or D, Ravel? You have 10 seconds. Question number 9. It's your father's fault that the curse got placed and the place got cursed in the first place is a line from which Broadway musical? Is it A, Once on This Island, B, Wicked, C, The Addams Family, or D, Into the Woods? 10 seconds. And our final question of the category, question 10. The New Directions singing group assigned a week of songs covering musical feuds in what TV series? Is it A, Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, B, Victorious, C, Smash, or D, Glee? You have 10 seconds. And that is the halfway point of our quiz. Round 3 starts right now with questions regarding the feats of strength. That is, these questions are all about fights. Question 11. Music for the Academy Award-winning film Million Dollar Baby was written by who? Is it A, Sting, B, Dwight Yoakam, C, Clint Eastwood, or D, Meat Loaf? You have 10 seconds. Question the 12th. Composed in 1908 by alumni Michael J. Shea, the Notre Dame fighting song is formerly known as A, Victory March, B, Irish Fight Song, C, The Victors, or D, Fight On? 10 seconds to answer. Question number 13. The training montage was popularized by the theme song from what movie? Was it A, Fight Club, B, Enter the Dragon, C, Rocky, or D, Breaker Breaker? 10 seconds to answer. Question number 14. Francis Scott Key wrote The Star-Spangled Banner during what war? Excuse me, the mulled wine is getting to me. Is it A, the Civil War, B, the French and Indian War, C, the Spanish-American War, or D, the War of 1812? 10 seconds to answer. Question 15. Shostakovich's Seventh Symphony was composed during the siege of what Soviet city during World War II? Is it A. Leningrad, B. Yakutsk, C. Volgograd, or D. Moscow? 10 seconds to answer. And we are in our final round of questions, the Festivus Miracles. Question 16. Which of the following singers is one of the founding members of the Motown group, The Miracles? Is it A. Marvin Gaye, B. Otis Williams, C. Smokey Robinson, or D. Lionel Richie? 10 seconds to answer. Question 17. Which orchestra narrowly, or should I say miraculously, avoided an ill-fated voyage on the Titanic? Is it A, the Glasgow Philharmonic, B, the Concertgebouw Orchestra, C, the Vienna Philharmonic, or D, the London Symphony Orchestra? 10 seconds to answer. Question 18. This musical film saved 20th Century Fox from going bankrupt in 1965. Was it A, Oklahoma, B, The Sound of Music, C, Mary Poppins, or D, White Christmas? 10 seconds to answer. Question 19. Blink 182's Travis Barker nearly died in a plane crash. He miraculously survived and is now dating which celebrity? Is it A, Megan Fox, B, Miley Cyrus, D, Kourtney Kardashian, or C, Kourtney Kardashian, or D, Katie Holmes? You have 10 seconds to answer. Question the 20th, the final and last question of this here game of trivia. Miracle of Miracles is sung by Mottl after Tevye allows him to marry which of his daughters in the musical Fiddler on the Roof? Is it A, Zeitel, B, Hodel, C, Spritzer, or D, Hava? 10 seconds to answer. All right, folks, that's it for the questions. Allow us a few moments to tally up the answers. And before we reveal the answers to you all, I would just like to take a few moments to air some grievances of mine that I have prepared in advance. Bear with me here. Hope. You don't live here anymore, and that makes me angry. 1. You live too far away, and that makes me angry. Nicole, you live too close to me, and that makes me angry. 1. You couldn't smooth a silk sheet if you had a hot date with a babe. I lost my train of thought. John, you live too close to me, and that makes me angry. Well, those are my grievances that I have to share with you all. Now, it's only fair to open the floor to my esteemed colleagues and comrades to share their grievances of their own, some of which they have sent me already. This one here I have from, shall I say from whom it is? From Juan. He says, I dislike that I can't walk into a restaurant in a small town without everyone turning to see who just walked in. Yeah. I dislike that banks have overdraft fees. WTF, bro. I'm already broke. Damn parasites. Yes, can relate. I dislike how Airbnb shows you a price and then when you go to book the place, the $100 cleaning fee is suddenly added. Yes, that's the worst. It burns on the inside. So I would just say maybe just anticipate that $100 cleaning fee. I dislike it when retail workers ask me for my phone number and email when I'm checking out because I feel it's too aggressive for me to say, nah, I'm good, even though it probably doesn't affect them whatsoever. I can tell you that 100% it does not affect them whatsoever. I always say no. So feel free to say no in the future. I dislike that Evan didn't say moving swiftly on an entire time this a single time this entire time. I think it's time that we move swiftly on from these grievances. Let's check out our answers for our trivia questions here. There will be more time later on to read more grievances that have been aired. Question number 1. Firefest, the failed luxury music festival founded by con artist Billy McFarland. And of course, A. Ja Rule, arguably one of the most infamous acts of con artistry in the last 10 years. Question number 2. Taylor Swift writes about a con artist in the song Cowboy Like Me off of which album? That album, of course, being B. Evermore, one of her many albums ending in the letters O-R-E. Ote. Question number 3. The true story on which the movie Catch Me If You Can is based on was scored by none other than D. John Williams. No doubt getting his inspiration for the jazz-heavy score by his composition, the Cantata song from Star Wars. Question number 4. The con artist Harold Hill from The Music Man promises to form the world's first boy band in the town known as A. River City. And I guess it'd be incorrect to be calling them a boy band, because I'm sure the Beatles preceded them in other boy bands of such. Anyway, question number 5. Lou Pearlman, who ran one of the longest running Ponzi schemes in U.S. history, managed O-Town, he managed NSYNC, he managed the Backstreet Boys, meaning he had nothing to do with 98 Degrees, just like 98% of the world population. Question number 6. Featuring an epic airing of grievances between Buzz Lightyear and Woody, the movie Toy Story was scored by, of course, none other than C. Randy Newman. And you will notice that we have conveniently covered up D. Jackson Brow, as no such person actually exists. Question 7. The daytime talk show converted into a musical. If you said Maori, not only are you mispronouncing his name, but you would also be incorrect because the answer is, of course, Jerry Springer. Jerry. All right, those were the days. Question number 8. What a good thing this isn't music, sick burn, bro, complained Rossini of this composer's symphony. That composer being Berlioz. The symphony in question, the apparently not so fantastique symphony, the Symphonie Fantastique. Moving swiftly on. Question number 9. It's your father's fault that the curse got placed, and the place got cursed in the first place, is a line from the Broadway musical Into the Woods, composed by none other than Stephen Sondheim. May he rest in peace. Question 10. The New Directions singing group assigned a week of songs covering musical feuds in what TV series? Now, if you were just as confused as I was, then you may have relied on your power of rhyme to select D, Glee, as the correct answer, as I do not watch any of those shows. Question 11. Music for the Academy Award-winning film $1 Million Baby was written by the one, the only, the incredibly talented Clint Eastwood. C, that's Clint Eastwood. Question number 12. Composed in 1908 by Michael J. O'Shea. That's just Michael J. Shea. Forgive me for adding that little bit onto your name there, Mike. The Notre Dame fight song is formerly known as A, the Victory March. Those shine on, those fighting Irish. That's what I would probably not say ever. Question 13. The training montage was popularized by the theme song from the movie song that sounds like this. Banana, 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 okay. All right. Sing it, sister. Question 14. F. Scott Key wrote The Star-Spangled Banner during the war, the one, the only one known as the War of 1812. That's that one. Let's not sing it. Okay, question 15. Shostakovich's Seventh Symphony was composed during the siege of the Soviet city, back then known as A, Leningrad, perhaps one of my favorite classical music stories of all time, where the symphony was the day the symphony was premiered, the Soviet army expended an entire day's worth of artillery to silence the German lines from firing so that the premiere could take place over the span of 1.5 hours. Quite the story indeed. And finally, we are in the round of Festivus miracles. Question 16. The singer that founded the group The Miracles, sorry, that was confusing, that you see here was, of course, C, Smokey Robinson. Yes, what a voice he has, still around. Question 17. The orchestra that narrowly avoided an ill-fated voyage on the Titanic would be, of course, D, the London Symphony Orchestra. They just caught the next boat. Question 18. The musical that saved the 20th Century Fox from going bankrupt back in 1965 was, of course, Oh, The Sound of Music. B. Yes. Question 19. Blink 182. Travis Barker nearly died in a plane crash, yet he miraculously survived and is now dating the celebrity known as C. Kourtney Kardashian. Why isn't he lucky? Question 20. The Miracle of Miracles is sung by Mottl after Tevye allows him to marry which of his daughters on Fiddler of the Roof? If you know the musical Fiddler on the Roof, you'll know that Tevye has, I think, 7 or 8 daughters. It wasn't Hava, it wasn't Spritza, it wasn't Hodel, it was, of course, a Zeitel. Yes, I once performed in a production of this musical, and the director got very ornery at one of the actors' inability to pronounce the name Zeitel. His criticism mainly being that he often mispronounced, or often would not enunciate the T at the beginning of the name all that much, which I thought was a little nitpicky. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. All right. Well, those are our answers that we have for you this evening. How about we do another round of airing of grievances, shall we? All right. Let's see what we got here. Nicole's grievance is that not more people have grievances, and yet my brother Matthew has a grievance. He wants me to knock off the 98 degrees bashing. To which I say, nay! 98 degrees, more like 98 Kelvin. That's how cold they were. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Any other? Let's see. Any other grievances that we got? Any other grievances? Anybody want to hand me? I have one here. Apparently, I insist on only ever eating the marshmallows out of every bag of cereal in the grocery store and then stapling the bag together and putting it back on the shelf. That's an issue? Okay, and Juan has a habit of shoplifting cat toys, even though he's the only one in Liminal Space Ensemble who does not even have a cat, and he needs to be stopped. That's you, indeed. Okay. My other grievance is Juan needs to stop ordering hard-boiled eggs at takeout at every restaurant we go to. I disagree. Hard-boiled eggs are actually delicious, so you're going to have to go suck some lemons there, guy. Let's see. Anything else? Got some over here. It's a whole thing. Okay, hopefully it's PG-13. I'm mad at Alan for habitually never replying to my emails and yet expecting responses from me. Petty begets petty, Alan.
That was me.
That was from our illustrious harp player, Hope. Nicole says, my grievance is Reddit marking us as spam. John says, Patty from Parks can kick rocks. Nicole says, also my grievance is that I have COVID, which has put a real damper on my holiday tradition of licking all the sample lipsticks in Sephora. Thanks for putting them on high alert. Michael, my dear friend Michael, his grievance is my home is far away from his home. I concur, Michael. His other grievance is, we only played tennis once this year. Yes, we did. We should have played more. But I counter that, Michael, by saying you should have spent more time here. 3, my wife had the keyboard for the first 2. I get it now. I had to actually read it in order to get it. But I get it now. Michael, I'm sorry. Okay, we have one more here. To the jerk who lives in my basement, spending his days writing all sorts of garbage on the loudest typewriter known to man. I hate you, Patrick. Whatever you're writing down there will never flood anyone's basement, but I sincerely hope ours does and all your life's work goes down with it. And that concludes our airing of grievances. Feel free to share more with us in a public forum or private, however you prefer. And let's see, do we have a winner to announce? We do, in fact. Our winner this evening is 12 Angry Gingerbread Men. Congratulations. I don't know how all 12 of you are going to split the t-shirt we're going to mail you, but I'll leave it up to you guys to figure it out on your own. Congratulations, 12 Angry Gingerbread Men. Whomever you may be, wherever you are, please reach out to us. Let us know what your mailing address is so that we can drop all of your earned winnings in the mail post-haste. Granted, given that it's the holidays, please allows a few extra days for shipping. That's it for us, my friends. Thank you all so much for joining us for yet another edition of Trivial Space Ensemble. This one, of course, being the Festivus edition. We are Liminal Space Ensemble, and on behalf of all of my colleagues here, I'd like to wish you a happy and healthy one, and see you next year.